Convo. Welcome back to Candid Conversations with Carmen. I'm your host, Carmen. This is my side host,
Ashley,
and our wonderful producer,
T Nugget.
And we're back with another amazing episode.
Is it really amazing?
What would make it not amazing?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, we always say it's another amazing episode.
We don't always say that. We don't.
I think you have said that a lot.
I've said it in the past, but sometimes I'm like, we're here. We're here.
Yes. You didn't pray.
I did. So y'all are good.
T Nugget, what's our topic for today? So we don't drag this to just back and forth, back and forth.
I thought that was a good
topic. I can't see you past the lights.
Oh, wait. Okay, this one isn't really even like a big topic. It's just going very pop culture-y kind of thing. So earlier today, I showed Ashley a picture of Keke Palmer. Mm-hmm. And it was for her Easter, shoot with her son. And she said, say what you said.
I said he's like her prop. I said not that she doesn't love him and that he doesn't mean, but he seems like he's a prop for a lot of her pictures and stuff.
But do you feel like a lot of people, a lot of times, will use their children as props and
I didn't mean it as a bad thing because he's a cute prop. It's just like he's now the folk. Like having him ups her pictures in a different way with him in it. And do I think other people do that? I was thinking kind of the same vein today when I saw some of the people at church and I saw some of their children. It was like them having the children makes them more palatable. But not in a bad way. But just
how do you use that not in a bad way?
But it just makes them seem more than what they may have been if they were by themselves.
You're trying to walk that back, and it's just it is not walking back. It's pretty terrible. No.
Do I need to try to work that out again?
I'm gonna not let you climb back onto that and try to work it out again because it may go worse. No, I think.
What do you think she was trying to say?
I think she's trying to say that when people have children, just like the ones you saw at church, it adds another layer to them.
Yes.
That was not once there.
Yes.
And it gives them even more depth to who they already were. So it's like, wow, this is it enhances what they already had going for them.
Yes.
Is that what you were trying to say?
In
not those words?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. See, I interpreted it. That's what the show's going to be called, Interpretations of the Carmen.
So you're Joseph now.
No, I didn't say that.
She's not interpreting a dream. She's
interpreting what Ashley's trying to say in her tired state. So anyway,
if y'all still need something else this is something else that we've talked about this week. I know we've talked a lot about on this season dreams and all of those different things, aspirations. Do you feel like since certain things have started moving around in your lives, do you feel like you're more able to step into the things that you had been talking about, dreaming about, thinking about, whether it be like starting a business or doing things like that?
Do I feel like what made me get more into
just like as time has gone by, you feel like more prepped
more
and equipped?
To
Yes.
do it? No. Then I felt initially no. I feel equally as equipped because I felt like on a lot of things I already felt like I was equipped to do it. It was just a matter of doing it, and I don't feel like during this time I don't feel more equipped. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like maybe I'm trying to like change and process things differently, and so it's hitting me different, but I don't necessarily feel more equipped. What about you?
No. I can't say that I feel more equipped. I feel like I am still in the process. So a lot of the things that I'm doing and all of the steps, I'm like I'm like a quarter in.
Yeah.
So it's like 1/4. Like that's where I am right now. I can't even say. Some days I feel like I'm just barely making it. And then other days I feel like I'm crushing it. I'm making it towards it. I can start really maneuvering into where I want to see myself going next. And then the next day it's like, before I hit that boom. Because it's like I have hit a dead end. I don't know how to maneuver to the next place or to move into the next thing. So like even with like fitness, with work, with school, all that kind of stuff, like because I'm on a hiatus with school right now, waiting for my next semester to start. That's kind of, I'm trying to keep my mind wrapped around it so that because when you start taking those breaks, you get out of the habit and the routine of how you do things. And then there's some other projects that I'm supposed to be finishing up by May, like right before my birthday. I'm supposed to be finishing up. Okay. So it's like I've been working on it, and it's been constant of working on it, but it's like the cohesiveness of it, it still seems piecemeal. It's like I have this part right here and I have this part right here. Now I have to try to meld them together to make a cohesive unit. And then it's like, even if it comes together, will it even be any good?
Yeah.
And then, so that's where I am. But I think what I've also been in this moment learning, and what I keep hearing, is that you just do your part and God do the rest. And so that's where I'm trying to be consistent in it. But yes, no, I don't know. Do I think I'm in, like, I'm it's helping push me? No.
What about you two, Nugget?
Did you forget the question? Did you ask?
No.
Forget your own question?
I am, like I said last week, a masterpiece in the making. And so I'm just, the Lord is still painting the picture. So that's kind of where I'm at on that portion of things.
Troy, I just want to let you know, you look like you have spilled a little of your blueberry wine juice on your shirt.
I didn't. That's not blueberry wine. That's dust from the
cupcakes. It was blueberry. He said
it's dust
it's from the cupcake mix. He was making the flour. He was
putting together.
Yes, not the blueberry juice he had. Yes.
But you digress.
I'm sorry.
You cut him off.
No, because I was just finishing up. I was just finishing up on that because, the Lord's doing the work and he's moving and he's doing good. But Ashley, I do have another question for you. How do you feel? Well, you can't really say anything about what I'm about to say, but how do you feel with some new news that you got this week? This Friday.
Oh yeah.
Announcement. So
without
like
saying anything, say something.
Like some of the projects that are coming up, I was told that certain projects I would be required to do coming up into.
Not required. We definitely said pray on it.
Pretty much that certain things were coming up in the new year that they want to run with and do. And so I'm okay with it. Like,
but how do you feel about it?
When I tell you I have no feelings, like when y'all were telling me about it, when y'all were explaining it, when y'all were going through it and storyboard and all that kind of stuff, I had no feelings about it. But in a lot of ways, so much stuff has been happening this week that I felt like I should have emotions and feelings about that I have not had feelings about. It's almost comical. Like, I just kind of was like, oh, okay. I'll roll with it. Like, I don't know. I didn't have any feelings with it. I'm okay with it. I think if that's what God has for me, then that's how it'll go. And if God doesn't have it for me, then it won't. but we'll see. You know, it's time to that. Well, it's like what 9-10 months out.
Yeah, it's a ways out.
So,
well, actually, no, it's not that far out because you're going to be doing prep for it in the like next 3 months or so.
Yeah,
but it won't happen or like fully come to fruition until months from now.
Yeah, and so it's like there was a lot of stuff to go into it, and a lot of things. So it's a lot of these projects and things that we talk about and we get in our minds. You just have to walk it in the process. And so, like I said before, it's a process. And so, in that sense, we not even a quarter. We like at 10% right now. It's just like an idea.
I have a question that just came to me, and this is gonna be so like random seeming. Why is it that on Sundays after church, you always want to take a nap, rest, but you wake up at the same time you do midweek, if not later? You spend less time at the thing that's gonna potentially take energy from you, or it's supposed to be filling you up, but your interaction is gonna be higher with other people. Yeah. Why do you feel exhausted when you come out of church? You're like, oh, let me just lay down for an hour and a half before I can get on dinner after Sunday.
I personally, for me, because I serve.
Yes.
But
you used to do that even when you didn't serve.
When I was in class and stuff.
In general.
I was giving of myself.
Oh, okay.
She said humbly.
I think when you serve, I think in that capacity, it's just like, you know, when Jesus would go and minister, and then he would take himself away to rest and to pray into the mountains and stuff. I think it's the same way.
Sure, what do you think?
I'm serious though.
I feel like it depends on the length of your service that you go to. How, what you do within that service.
You feel rejuvenated after yours.
No, I'm just saying. There's other factors that depend. Because did you feel the exact same way when you came back from going to LeBron Friends Church?
No, I was kind of wide awake, wasn't I?
But we didn't come home and just have the ability to leisure. You did go to sleep because remember you were trying to take a nap.
Oh yeah,
but we had to host. Yeah, right after that.
Yeah, so it took me a little bit of time, but I still wanted a nap. Yeah. It's the after church nap. I think
it's the after church nap. That's what I'm saying. It's not like you were not serving.
Yes,
you went to bed probably earlier that day than you did today.
Yes,
you didn't serve. You didn't do anything. Now, you may have felt drained from other exterior forces. Yeah, but you still be like, well, let me just go and lay down for an hour and a half.
I just feel like it's a day of rest. Maybe that's it. Is that you're in your day of rest, and so God gives you rest, and so because those after church naps be hitting,
they hit like so good.
They be slapping like you.
And I love to fall asleep in a pair of dress slacks. I don't know why. If I have socks on, like how you go to church and you have your suit on, and I have a pair of socks on with it.
Yes.
Like, I love to fall asleep in just dress slacks and a sock.
That's so random.
That's so uncomfortable.
It's not, because mine aren't like tight or anything like that.
No. I'm just saying it's just so random.
But the material is made out of kind of gives like warm. Like you'll get really hot
I guess
quick.
Because I don't know what men's feels like compared to women's dress pants. Now, if I have on a very structured suit, then I'm gonna take that off. Mm-hmm. But if I have on something that's like a cottony or something a little bit more wind blowy, flowy, something like the pants I have on right now, oh my goodness, I just want to kick my legs up.
I like to be like snuggled in, so I'll get me something plush. Some really nice pajama pants that are turning into my favorite that I got from my weird house. Those are so soft. Yeah. It'd be like a blanket on my legs without a blanket. And then I can put another blanket on.
Oh, no. That's too hot.
I don't know. I don't be getting too hot unless it's just like a warm day. Mm-hmm. But no. I love sleeping with the air on at 63. I can't.
Yeah, I do love it to be cold too. So you get more and more nestled in.
Mm-hmm. It helps me. And it helps me to wake up better in the morning.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Because then once you get up, it's freezing.
That doesn't help me. I'm like, at night, cool is much better. But when it comes to the morning, if it's like warm enough for me to get out of bed and just, that feels great. If it's cold and I have to get out of the bed, I'm like, why did I commit to whatever is making me get up? Like, I'm like, why did I agree to this?
Why did I sign on to a position?
Yeah, whatever it is. If it's work, if it's church, if it's anything you have out in an event, whatever, a hike. Why did I say I was going to do this? You know what I mean? I'm like, it's too cold. I don't like it.
Okay, Troy, you got anything else for us?
Y'all should have came prepared today. I'm joking.
I did have.
Ashley did have a topic, but that one she said she wasn't feeling as much.
I'm not in the capacity to talk about it because I don't think Carmen is going to add anything to the conversation.
She's correct.
And so I was like,
we'll save that for next week.
So I was like,
she's like, I'm going to have to really put a lot of effort into it.
And I was like, not today. Because I mean, I can't ask her some of these questions because she's going to be like, all right, there's nothing to tell.
There really isn't.
No, there's nothing to tell.
Oh,
and so
man.
because there's nothing to tell, how am I going to have a conversation?
We can have a conversation. You can just be like, sometimes conversations are not one-sided, but they're like heavily weighing on one party.
Yes, but I don't have nothing to say.
No.
If you ask me, there's nothing to tell.
Well, no, you had thoughts though.
I did.
Because you said, oh my gosh, this is going to be so good.
I said this was funny.
Yeah.
At that time.
So we may never even broach that topic.
We might.
Well, we have, one more episode, correct me, and then, we have one more episode, potentially just us. We have a special guest. It's going to be amazing. And then that's going to be the end of season 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going into
the push. We should not, the season of real, it should be the season of push.
Yeah. That or maybe it really is a season of real. This is really where we're at. This is really where we're sitting.
Yeah, you know.
Because I feel like people think real is authentic.
Yes.
And then when you get authentic and it's you just sitting in front of a microphone silently, it's like, that's not quite right.
Because you're like, I am boring. When you start thinking about yourself and you're like, all the things that I had to talk about, I feel like I'm talked out. Like, where else do I have to go with that? And honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm talked out. But then, when I start talking to somebody in a conversation,
you sure don't be talked out.
And then I'll just be going.
I think you're just tired. I feel like that's another thing is like.
And I feel like also when you're having a real candid conversation, it's not just you sitting at the table and be like, okay, well, here are our topics. But you're having a regular conversation like, hey, I just saw this thing. It's like that level of organic.
Yes.
It's just, it's easier to just go on a like tangent. And we can do that too, but it still has to have that structure.
But I think in the past we were there. Like we had, like when we were doing the podcast, it was candid conversations. It was conversations that we were just having and they were flowing and they were moving and all those different things. And what I'm saying in this season, which has been something that I've noticed, is that it seems very stilted. Not that, and I don't know if it's because the environment, we needed to switch up how we have the setup or whatever it may be. But I feel like
what's happening is we're coming in at the depleted part of our resources, our internal resources. Like every time we have set up to record this season, except for the exception of maybe once or twice, we have been like, okay, let's go ahead and get an episode out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, not to say we don't want to talk to each other, because if the camera was off, we would still be talking. So it's not like it's making us not like we're having to do what we wouldn't be doing.
But the thing is, I think it's also because the conversations that we would have been having would be so inane. Like,
also the conversations that we have been having that have been really, really good conversations, we have left them off the podcast.
But not on purpose.
And some on purpose.
And some
on purpose. Because they aren't like, it's like private business that's not ours to tell. You know what I mean?
It's like, it's not our business.
It's not our business. So we were like, girl, what did you say? Did you see that? Oh my gosh, I can't. And then you have your whole conversation based off that thing. Mm-hmm. But that jump off point, we can't even talk about.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And I think that is it as well. But I think it's also that the conversations that we be having, like we talk all the time, all day. Like I sent you something on Instagram when I was like, I just called my sister in the middle of the day just to have, like, will have seen her at the house, be at work, and then I'd be like, hey girl, what are you doing?
And I'm like, I'm at my job.
And I'm like, so how was your meetings? And she's like, well, I haven't gone to any yet. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm just sitting at my desk getting ready for something to happen, or I'm about to do whatever. And so, like, those are the kind of conversations that we have on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And so, like, we just had a conversation in the kitchen. What were we talking about? Oh, your show that was playing too loud. But that was not...
No, we were talking about something else, not just that.
I know, but I can't remember what it was. Because it wasn't a worth. Really, because we were just going from topic to topic.
And like we were talking to Rachel last night.
Yes, that was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Now, do y'all feel like y'all would want to have, like, voice memo conversations? Like a segmented, like... Many,
so you can capture some of those side conversations we're having.
So
I just feel like my only thought is when you're having a really good conversation, who's popping into their memos to turn on the audio recording?
Don't worry about that. We've got something lined up.
That's the only thing I always am curious about. It's just like when people cry on they're having a panic attack and they put on the camera to record it and be like, this is what I'm going through, guys. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm always like, who just readily has their device to click on
and have the presence
of mind to be like, well, let me record this. This feels interesting. Or like, oh my gosh, I'm emotional. Let me video this. Like, who naturally does it? Like, that's not my natural response.
And I think that's also because, like, my natural response is I will leave my phone and just walk away.
Yes, in some random room. Yes.
I will. And so I know that is it. So I don't know. I've tried to get better at, like, capturing moments.
Yeah.
But I have also tried to be
present
in the moment because I have been so future focused that a lot of times I'm not present in the moment. And if I'm recording, then I'm really not present in the moment because I'm focused on the angle or making sure it's not shaky. And then, I'm thinking I'm getting good video. And then it's like,
just you from up here.
Then it's just low. So I just, I don't know. I think that's the major thing. And I think with this season, what has been happening is, like, last season was really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, the guests that we had and everything like that. And this has been really in the season before that, we had a lot more guests than we've had this year.
When we started having guests, we kept having guests.
Yes.
And this is the first season that we've just been like,
we're back to us.
Hey, girl.
And I think
just you.
And I think that's it. So maybe I should treat you like a guest. Yes, and you should treat me like a guest.
I do.
No, you don't.
Didn't I give you some snacks earlier or something?
No.
Oh, that's right. I did. I gave you that juice. I did. I treated her like a guest.
Huh? And you gave her a cupcake piece.
Yeah, I gave her a little sample from a cupcake. So, charity, hello. I've been giving.
No. You did not treat me.
But it's not about treating you like a guest. It's just because, again, when you have a guest, it's something new and it's also a conversation that you maybe have had talking points, but you never had that full conversation before. Mm-hmm. For you, it's like, so that thing we were talking about and a lot of conversations that we've already had, we fully fleshed them out in that conversation. And like at this point, we're like, we already talked about this. Let's move on to the next instead of recircling back and having the same conversation over and over.
I guess we've moved between. We're not doing reality TV where it's, oh, you had this wonderful conversation 2 days ago and we heard it, but we didn't catch it on camera. So now we need you to try to remember what it was that you said and come back with those same emotions and that same feeling in this moment to have it. And we have not been able to pull that off because we were like, I'm over it.
Exactly. You're like, oh, I felt it in that moment, but not anymore. Yeah, so maybe that's why. I mean, do you have anything else to add? I know we had a short episode today. If you want to add a little bit more in there, we can. I mean, obviously we're recording now. if you have any other points you want to bring up, we can talk about what we talked about last night with Rachel a little bit. That's a long conversation.
I feel like because we'll even count this as our Easter episode because it's Easter too. So
yes, we got to get to Easter dinner.
Oh, we having hamburgers?
What do people call it? He has risen sandwiches or something like that. Like he has risen rolls and stuff like that. Do people do that?
Oh, the buns, like
Yeah,
the
do
stone
people-
that rolled away.
Yeah, like the rolled away stone hamburger buns and the
Some people might.
you know what I'm saying? Like have like something for everything.
like
a
someone
thing.
who DIYs
thing.
and goes to Hobby Lobby might do that.
Oh, okay.
So Rachel,
She's more of a Joanne's girl.
Yeah,
she does a Hobby Lobby every once in a while.
Michael's is her stomping grounds.
Yeah, Michael's and Joanne's definitely have her more than Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think the conversation we had the other day, we can even bring that topic up on the next one because it was a good conversation and it was a good topic. And I think that is a good thing that we could, that would be good for a lot of people to hear because it was just really about loving people and treating them the way that they should be treated.
Yes.
And not just us adding weights to sin.
And not only that, utilizing the Bible in such a way that
Almost weaponizing it.
And using it to benefit you. Like if it's not benefiting me, then I don't like that scripture.
Yeah, that's not what the text means. It does say don't do this, but that's not quite right when it's convenient and not doing that.
And when it is convenient, then it's like, well, the word is unchanging and infallible, and you can't add to it or take anything away.
Yeah, weaponizing.
So we'll save that for the next one.
Yeah, let me write that down. Weaponizing the word. All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening, watching, and we will catch you in the next one.
Have a nice Easter.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.